Well, hey friends, today I'm going to share with you my seed haul for 2023 garden season. I am so excited. I seriously cannot wait to get this garden season started. So there's a couple different places that I like to get seeds. One of my favorites is from MI Gardener. Now they do sell out on their launch party in November. So I bought all these seeds back in November. So keep that in mind if you want to order from there. Watch the Facebook page because they'll have their seed launch party for November for the following garden season. So I got all of these already. Most of them are already sold out. And then the other place I like to get them is at my local feed store. I like to get them in January, February, as soon as they get their seeds in, because if you wait until March when you go to plant your seeds and get them started, they're pretty much all sold out. So the brand that I like is Botanical Interest. I do have some issues with some of their seeds. If you saw my garden went wrong video, all the things they did wrong last year in my garden, I talk about how the green bean seeds were diseased, but that's the only issue I've ever had with them. So otherwise, I like all of their stuff. So these are some that I bought this spring, some that I bought in the fall in November, and then some that I bought last year and the year before that I haven't planted, but I'll just plant them again. So I'm not really organized. These are all my seeds here. I don't have a very good organization system. I just kind of have it all in these bins. I need to get that figured out. But anyways, I'm gonna lay everything out and show you what I got here. So I got it all laid out by categories here. So let's start with the herb section. I bought this pack of chamomile last year. I just got this from our feed store. And actually, I think I got it 2 or 3 years ago. And it keeps popping up in the spring. So I don't need to plant any more of this because I have so much in our garden already that just pops up by itself. But I do have extra seeds if needed. The next thing I have is lemon balm. I could not get this to pop up last year, and so I have it popped up this year, so I'm super excited about that. This is another one that should overwinter, so I shouldn't hopefully have to plant it again. So for medicinal herbs, I would love to get more into. I do have echinacea. I think I've tried this before, but it never popped up, so I did get it to pop up this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. I also have some basil, some oregano, sage. This is the Livingston brand. I do have a few of these brands. This was just at our local feed store because they didn't have them available in the Botanical Interest brand. I also have some cilantro, some parsley. I bought this packet last year, could not get it to pop up, but it did this year, so I'm pretty excited. Thyme and rosemary. The next category are my flowers. These, I got 2 packets of marigolds. These are actually to deter pests from my plants. Last year, I had some aphids take over, and I didn't find out until halfway through the summer that marigolds are great to plant to help deter those from your regular plants, your good plants. And they were all out of seeds and flowers at the store, so I got 2 packets of these, so we're gonna start these. I also got a hummingbird flower mix. I just love flowers, so we're gonna plant tons of flowers. I also have a water-wise garden. We do live in a drought area, so I wanted something that was drought tolerant. And also a Save Bees mix. We are going to get a beehive this year, so I wanted to plant lots of flowers for our bees. So there are just so many different flowers in these packets. I'm super excited for this beautiful flower mix that we got to plant in our garden. Next up, we have the cabbages. I planted Napa cabbage last year and it rotted, so we never got to eat it. I'm gonna plant it in a different area this year and see if maybe that will help a little bit because it was in a waterlogged area. I also got some golden acre cabbage and some early Jersey Wakefield. I just wanted to try some different varieties of cabbage. I should have gotten a purple cabbage too, but maybe I'll see if they have some at the store and try that as well. I wanna make some sauerkraut, so I wanted to try lots of cabbage. We planted these Crimson Sweet Watermelon last year. I still have some seeds in here. They were absolutely delicious, and I'm definitely going to be planting these again this year. We planted these Brussels sprouts last year. I'm not sure if I'm going to plant them again this year. I still haven't decided. They were covered with aphids. We ended up throwing them to the chickens. So I might plant the marigolds next to this. I don't know. It takes up a lot of room, and I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I also have some celery. This is the same packet from last year. It turned out great. I don't know. I may or may not grow it again because I still have tons in the freezer. We also have this package of broccoli rabe. I thought this was regular broccoli last year when I got it. We planted it. We did get a little bit. It did flower pretty quickly because it was just so hot out. It's a little bit spicier. I guess the flavor is different than regular broccoli. It was good. I sauteed it and we all ate it, but we didn't get very much of it, so I haven't decided if I'm going to plant this again or not this year. Now for the peppers. So some of these are left over from a couple years ago, like my jalapenos. Actually, no, these aren't. Sorry, these are banana peppers. I love banana peppers. They're not spicy, but they're so flavorful. So I only plant a few each year, and this seed packet is a couple years old. It's still going strong. This one also is a couple years old. This is jalapenos, so we're definitely going to plant those again this year. I also am going to try some Anaheim chilies. I want to make a lot of different things with chilies. So we got these for salsa. I can't remember what all I'm going to do with this, but I wanted a variety of peppers. I also got some colored peppers. We do have tons still in our freezer from last year and the year before, so I'm not sure how many I'm going to plant of these, but I did want a pretty color pepper mix. These were left over from last year, but these are just the red and green, whereas these are the red, orange, yellow. It's a whole mix. So I'm not sure what all I'm going to plant this year. Last year we planted these coral peppers. This is actually empty, but I kept this because I just love these peppers so much. And something funny to show you. I had some Mamma Mia peppers and some orange peppers, and I saved the seeds from the coral peppers and the Mamma Mia. Look what I did. Orange pepper, orange peppers. One of these is the coral peppers and one is the Mamma Mia orange pepper. I don't know which is which. Make sure you label your seeds well when you go to save your seeds, because that's going to be a fun experiment to see which one's which. Cucumbers. We have the National Pickling Cucumber, and we also have the Tender Green. So this I planted the year before. I planted this one last year. These were better than this, so I'm probably not going to plant this one again, but I will plant this because I do need to make some more pickles this year. We're getting low on pickles. We also love eating fresh, so I just decided to go ahead and try this Tender Green. So hopefully they're similar to English cucumbers, which we really like. All right, next up is the onions. I got the white sweet Spanish onions, the red onions, and the Utah yellow sweet Spanish onions. You can plant them from onion sets or seeds. I decided to try seeds this year. Never done onions before, so that's going to be fun. I also got some chives. I got some garlic chives, which have a garlicky flavor, and then just the regular chives. So that'll be a fun experiment to try those as well, but those I'll probably plant a little bit later on. For carrots, I got some purple carrots. We love purple carrots. And then I also got this rainbow mix to try some pickled carrots. And then also I've heard these ones are really good. I do not like the varieties that we planted last year, the Atomic Red, and I can't remember what the other orange one was, but I wanted to make sure to get something different this year. Whoops, random pepper package that ended up with the carrots instead of over here with the peppers. So these are poblano peppers. These are so good if you fire roast them. I have never grown these before, so I'm super excited. I did buy some at the store last year and I fire roasted them and they were so good, so I'm super excited about that. I don't think I'm going to plant these this year because we have a ton of zucchini. This packet is a couple years old and it just pumps out zucchini like crazy. We still have so much zucchini in the freezer, and also yellow squash. I may or may not plant these. I might wait a little bit further into fall so we can have a few here and there, but last year I had 7 plants and we had so much zucchini, so probably won't plant those again. All right, tomato section. We planted, this is actually the empty packet from last year. I kept the seed packet because these were so good. The gold medal tomatoes. We had gigantic, delicious gold medal tomatoes. They were gorgeous and delicious, so I did order another packet this year. And they're in there. I tried to shake them so you can hear them. They are in there. So we're going to plant tons of those. We got the Amish paste tomato. I want to focus, and the San Marzano. I want to focus more on making tomato sauces and ketchup and barbecue sauce and all that. So we're growing lots of paste tomatoes. I also got a black cherry tomato because we love eating them plain in our salads. I've never grown this before. Last year I grew these, but someone just gave me the plant. So this is a new seed packet for this year. These were so good. We loved making like fresh pasta with these. Oh, so good. I also got some Roma tomatoes, which are great for making like fresh salsa. And then we also have the beefsteak. This is from last year, and the Cherokee Purple. I don't think I'm going to plant these this year. They were good, but I want to focus more on our paste tomatoes. And then also these are Roma tomatoes from last year. I think this packet is just about empty, so that's why I got some from the MI Gardener. And then also tomatillos. Is this packet empty? There's some seeds in there. I don't think I'm going to plant this year. I canned over 40 pints of green salsa, so that's going to last us a really long time out of 3 plants. So I don't think I'm going to plant this. This is probably going to be an every other year plant, but these were so good, and I loved how my green salsa turned out. The other tomatoes that I grew were the crimson tomatoes. Those were so good, and I'm surprised I didn't get a package of those. I need to find a package of seeds of those because those were just your traditional red tomatoes that made wonderful sandwiches and were just absolutely delicious. So I need to find a package of those because I got them from MI Gardener last year. I think they're pretty much sold out, but those are some delicious tomatoes. So I got some cantaloupe this year. This one was from last year, Heart of Gold. It was delicious 2 years ago. Last year they got shaded out and we didn't really get cantaloupe, but it was very delicious. But I wanted to try a different variety. This one here is Hale's Best Jumbo. I don't know. And we're going to try that one. I don't think I'm going to plant this one this year, but we are going to try this one. I am the only one that likes cantaloupe. Me and the chickens. So we'll just eat the cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe so much. For corn. Okay, so where's my other package of corn? I got this package, Ambrosia Sweet Corn from MI Gardener. 20 seeds. 1 package. Not going to be enough. I can't believe I only got 1 package. I should have got like 4 or 5 because we're going to plant a boatload of corn. So I'm going to save this for next year. These are sold out, so I can't get more of this. And you want to plant all the same variety because then they'll pollinate each other and it won't be weird or, you know, come out, not turn out because they're all different varieties. So I'm going to save this for next year. And this year we just got this. It's a hybrid version. I'm not a fan of hybrid, but we're going to try it. Peaches and cream. We got tons. And yeah, we're gonna try that. We're actually gonna do this at our community garden so that way we can save room in our yard for all of this other stuff. All right, lastly we have some kale and lettuces. I got this package last year. It's just a kale mix and we love kale. The chickens love kale. We still have tons of kale in the freezer for smoothies, but it goes really fast in the summertime because we eat lots of smoothies. We don't need them as much in the winter, but this is a really nice variety of kale. We also just have some regular romaine lettuce. These packets here we bought years ago and they just last so long because the seeds are so tiny. There's so many seeds in there. So I didn't need to buy any lettuce this year. So I've got the romaine, the red leaf, a black seeded Simpson. I don't know, it's just like a green leafy lettuce. And then also I got some, this is a new version of kale, the scarlet kale. I heard that this is pretty like frost tolerant and it's like purple. So I just wanted a little bit of variety. So that's our lettuces. And then I guess I have some cilantro from MI Gardener. So I've got lots of cilantro to do my succession planting. And then also I've got some giant mammoth sunflowers. This is a couple years old. We love giving sunflower seeds to our chickens. I'll probably grow them at the community garden so it doesn't shade out my plants like it did last year. Another seed that I have over here, these are calendula seeds. I actually typically don't plant calendula because the seeds drop off the plants and then they just pop up the following year. But I do have some set aside in case I want lots of calendula, which I love calendula. So I'm standing in my laundry room looking outside. You can see it's covered in snow. This area right here is my garlic. And then up here is where I have some irises and tulip bulbs, or not tulips, daffodils, all over in here. And then over here is where our chamomile and calendula will be because all the seeds have dropped there. And then from here on over to about here is nothing. We're gonna plant all our flowers here because this is a pretty shaded area. I might try some lettuce up there in the middle of summer. Strawberry patch here, and then nothing over here. So lots of flowers. I might utilize this tier here and do some more flowers, or if I end up doing zucchini, I might do that up there. It does get a little bit of shade, and the kids do like to put up there, so I don't want to make that all garden, but this is our whole garden area over here. We have a lonely sunflower stem that I haven't taken out yet. Here are all of my green beans. I love canning green beans. I got several packages of Blue Lake bush beans I think I got 4. We're gonna plant tons of beans. The botanical interest ones I got last year were diseased, but the ones I got from MI Gardener were not. So I just decided to get them all from there this year. And then I also have these top-notch golden wax beans. These are also really good as well. I'm not doing purple beans this year. This is the only beans I am gonna go ahead and do. Here are all of my herbs that I planted, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is my parsley. It took a long time to come up, but it is finally coming up. We have some cilantro here. These are getting pretty big, so I need to transplant them and thin them out. We have some lemon balm. I could not get it to come up last year, but I'm pretty happy this year. This is echinacea. This one is just starting to poke up, so yeah, we got a good thing going on there. We've got thyme. We've got, look at that, my when I watered it, it all came off, but I'm pretty sure it's rosemary. We've got some basil back here. Last year, the same package came up and my leaves like wrinkled up and they didn't do anything. So these are looking good. We'll see if they continue. This is oregano and sage. Beautiful herbs that I cannot wait. I'm gonna put these in pots on the patio and bring them in the winter. So hopefully we can have some beautiful herbs all year round. So that is all my seeds that I have. I need to figure out an organizational solution for them, but that's okay. This works for now, and I love my little starts. I'm gonna be starting my seeds soon, so if you wanna follow along in my journey, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you're gonna be planting in your garden this year. Can't wait to hear from you, and happy gardening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.